brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, fam? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. Hey, check it out. So I've been hearing for a minute about this new D12 album, and I actually was kind of trying to stay away from the singles and all that kind of stuff that I've been seeing popping up. Then I seen one recently. It's been about 10, 11 days now, something like that. About, roughly 2 weeks. Anyway, and I don't know why I've just been itching to dig into this one, just because specifically, you know what I'm saying, it's D12 and it's featuring Xzibit and Ice-T. At least that's what it's saying. So, I don't know. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go ahead and check this one out. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go past my own thing. And I said I wasn't gonna touch the D12 thing until the album dropped. I guess it's supposed to drop maybe next week, the week after next. June 19th was the date that I got on D12. I'm interested in it. You know what I mean? D12, Big Proof, man. Shout out Proof. Rest in peace, Proof. Eminem. I don't know if he's going to be featured anywhere on the new D12 album, but kind of want to check this one out. I'm looking forward to this one. This one's called Nightmare Walking, and it's featuring Xzibit and Ice-T. That one intrigued me a little bit because Xzibit, I love Xzibit. Xzibit is one of them rappers. I mean, Xzibit actually had, probably to me anyway, a hip hop guy. Anybody that missed it. Xzibit had probably one of the best albums, like solid, album lyrically, as far as the beats and tracks and production and everything goes, the way the arrangement of the album was laid out, all that kind of stuff. He had one of the most solid albums of 2025. Like, real talk. Xzibit's album, The Kingmaker, if y'all haven't heard it, if you are a hip hop guy or a hip hop gal and you haven't heard Kingmaker, you know what I'm saying? Go back and check out that album. Xzibit Kingmaker came out in 2025. I'm telling you, like, that album straight through was a banger. It was a banger for the hip hop aficionado. But I don't think it got the accolades that it should have gotten. And I don't understand why, because Xzibit is one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? If you into like that pure West Coast hip hop, gangster sound, like Xzibit was one of them guys. And lyrically, Xzibit is the truth. But anyway, I've talked enough. Let me go ahead and get on into this. It's D12 single called Nightmare Walking featuring Xzibit and Ice-T. And Ice-T I'm anxious for. Cause I ain't heard Ice-T really do nothing like that in a minute, you know what I'm saying? But, and Ice-T is an OG in the rap game. For those that don't know, man, I had a subscriber suggest that I do kind of like a hip hop breakdown, like a class on what I know about hip hop and kind of bringing people up to speed on hip hop and things like that. And just know that if I decided to do that Ice-T would be a part of that. People don't really understand that Ice-T would be a part of that history of hip hop, as one of the, biggest contributors to West Coast hip hop that you hear. But anyway, we're not even going to do that. I actually did an episode about something like that, similar to Ice-T's song 6 in the Morning, going back to Coolie D. Most people don't know the story of all that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. D12, Nightmare Walking, featuring Xzibit and Ice-T. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey, yo, you ready, X?
Yeah.
I'm a nightmare walking. D12.
Yo,
X to the Z.
yo, I'm sorry. I got to stop it already. That's all I heard. Okay, I didn't even think about that when I read the title. Featuring Ice-T. Y'all, listen. He said, I am a nightmare. Listen. The movie. Anybody that doesn't, if you want to understand some of the culture of hip hop and some of like the gang culture and stuff like that, West Coast, all that other kind of stuff. There was a movie back in the day. Some of the people my age are going to know. And some of the real hip hop aficionados are going to know. But if you don't know, please go back. The movie is called Colors. Ice-T did the soundtrack for Colors, where he did the theme song for the movie Colors. It was featuring Sean Penn. What was his name? Ed something. But anyway, it's an older movie, an 80s movie called Colors. Go back and check that out. That's where that came from. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. king of my jungle, just a gangster, stalking, living life. Yeah, that's Ice-T. Let's go. I didn't even think about that when I read the title.
I'm a nightmare walking. Big homie Ice-T. West Coast to the 313. I'm a nightmare walking. Psychopath talking. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. These bullets gon' bite you when these dogs start barking. The art of intimidation and focused aggravation has brought us to this moment. I'm filled with anticipation. Nigga, I'll put you in the trunk and help your family look for you. Don't fuck with me, a great nigga with a good lawyer. Boom! Smack you in the mouth, fix your face for you. Sometimes violence is vital to keeping law and order. See how easy that was? Now that's an understanding. I never panic, I hit the target and stick to landing. I'm heavy-handed, I use the hammer to my advantage. Murder you in your kitchen, get some fixings and make a sandwich. Brain damage, psychosis, diagnosis. I bury all of you cockroaches. No more talking, no more speaking. You done hopped your ass off in the deep end, motherfucker, let's see.
Make moves, we don't fight fair, spark 'em. Buff some Ice-T to turn into a nightmare walking.
Okay, all right. Hold on, this go hard a little bit. Hold on, I gotta go back. All right, let's get some of Xzibit. That wasn't the hardest I've ever heard him. You know what I'm saying? I've obviously heard him harder than that. But he has some bars in there. Let's go back and get in them bars.
I'm a nightmare walking. D12. X to the Z. I'm a nightmare walking. Big homie Ice-T. West Coast to the 313. I'm a nightmare walking. Psychopath talking. I am a nightmare walking. Psychopath talking. These bullets gon' bite you when these dogs start barking.
These bullets gonna bite you when these dogs start barking. You know, when my guns start firing. You know, when these dogs start barking. Okay, all right, X.
Man walking, psychopath talking. These bullets gon' bite you when these dogs start barking. The art of intimidation and focused aggravation has brought us to this moment. I'm filled with anticipation. Nigga, I'll put you in the trunk and help your family look for you. Don't fuck with me, a great nigga with a good lawyer.
Hey, X. He said, I'll put you in the trunk, then help your family look for you. Come on, man. A great nigga with a good lawyer.
Put you in the trunk and help your family look for you. Don't fuck with me, a great nigga with a good lawyer. Boom! Smack you in the mouth, fix your face for you. Sometimes violence is vital to keeping law and order.
Sometimes violence is vital to keep the law and order. Ours. Sometimes violence is vital to keep the law and order. But also, is that a play on what's his name? Damn, I can't. These names, Carol, shit. You know who I'm talking about. But the TV show, Law and Order. I don't know if that was a play on that too. But I heard a line. I heard a line about that one time, like a philosophical line about that, where and it kind of was kind of dope the first time I read it when he said that. In order to know peace, a man must first know violence. And it says that any man who doesn't know violence doesn't really know peace. He's just. I feel like I need my coffee this morning. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm something to the effect he's just a coward, basically.
Focused aggravation has brought us to this moment. I'm filled with anticipation. Nigga, I'll put you in the trunk and help your family look for you. Don't fuck with me, a great nigga with a good lawyer. Boom! Smack you in the mouth, fix your face for you. Sometimes violence is vital to keeping law and order. See how easy that was? Now there's an understanding. I never panic, I hit the target and stick to landing. I'm heavy-handed, I use the hammer to my advantage. Murder.
I'm heavy-handed, that's a double. I'm heavy-handed, I use the hammer to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm heavy-handed. You know, they call, in the gun, I use the hammer to my advantage. But also something that they say, you know what I'm saying, about somebody who, you know what I'm saying, who got that one-hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? They say he got them hammers. They call his fists, his hammers. You know what I'm saying? So he says, I'm heavy-handed, like I'll knock you out. But also I use the hammer to my advantage. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a double. But he could also be throwing in like a little play on, like, heavy-handed when you swing a hammer. Either way it goes, That was a bar.
Panic, I hit the target and stick the landing. I'm heavy-handed, I use the hammer to my advantage. Murder you in your kitchen, get some fixings and make a sandwich. Brain damage, psychosis, diagnosis. I bury all of you cockroaches.
Hey, that's facts. That was psychosis. You psychotic. This nigga said, I'll murder you in your kitchen, then get some fixings and fix a sandwich. Then he ended it with, I'll bury all of you cockroaches. Oh, Tony Montana. This man brought out the Scarface. I'll bury all of you cockroaches.
I use the hammer to my advantage. Murder you in your kitchen, get some fixings and make a sandwich. Brain damage, psychosis, diagnosis. I bury all of you cockroaches. No more talking, no more speaking. You done hopped your ass off in the deep end, motherfucker. Let's see.
Make moves, we don't fight fair. Stalk 'em, buff some ice tea to turn into a nightmare walking.
I've heard X go harder than that. That's not the hardest I heard him. You know what I mean? But he showed up and did his thing for what this song was. But even they showing, tribute to Ice-T. I'm a nightmare walking. Even in the chorus. Telling y'all, go watch Colors. Go watch Colors.
We all right, you just right there barking. You scared of confrontation, I take flights there often. Make moves.
By today's standards, when you watch that movie, you know what I'm saying, with all the the graphics and the special effects that we have nowadays, you look at old movies like that and you be like, oh, this movie ain't shit. But when you're talking about cultural, reference, or when you're talking about cultural impact, and you're talking about the 80s and telling the story of what it's like to come up in an environment and this, that, and the other, like Colors was like a cult classic for us back then. You know what I'm saying? And any of us old heads that sit up and watch like old classic movie, like Colors is still one of the OGs of the cultural movie game. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a mindset like that you want to understand the culture of where all this has came from and how it built up to where it's at, you want to see Colors. That's an iconic movie.
We don't fight fair, stalk 'em, buff some ice tea to turn into a nightmare walking. We all right, you just right there barking. You scared of confrontation, I take flights there often. I make drama a spy day, bring it to all your hombres. With a midnight, a broad day, leave them slumped in the odd way. Thought we was done, expose their true colors. Now they get a private view of them, dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers. Popular, they be piecing you together like a puzzle, no ruzzle. Mama on the couch looking about as shocked as Blanca. Y'all kiss the floor, face the sky. Beefing with me is like Whole Foods. The stakes is high. Had to look at the old version of this and wave goodbye. This new shit is still popping, though you can't deny. Yeah,
Knive and Swift, alive as it get.
Hey yo, proof we doing more than surviving in this bitch. Killing them slow, keeping the brand alive up in this bitch. Murk them all with success, they all dying in this bitch. Let me pick which one of y'all I let the Ruger bless. This ain't a movie, nigga. Freddy Krueger in the flesh. Make moves, we don't fight fair, stalk 'em.
Yo, okay. Hey man, sometimes people forget because we go back and we watch like listen to some of they do have some antics. Sometimes D12 was known for their antics and they made some little different stuff, but they came from the Eminem tree, you know what I'm saying? So you think about that and you're going to have antics from time to time. But I think sometimes people forget that D12 can rap. D12 can rap. He had some shit in there. And shout out Proof, because I mean, he said the same thing I said at the beginning of the song. Hey, Big Proof.
Damn barking, you scared of
he came with some fire on that
often. Make moves, we don't fight fair, stalk 'em, buff some ice tea to turn into a nightmare walking. We all right, you just right there barking. You scared of confrontation,
And then he said, we all bite, you just right there barking. But at the same time, that goes back and plays into the line Xzibit said in his first one, when he said, when these dogs start barking. So they call him back into his first line, or he called back into the hook when he said his line. One of the two, but they played off each other.
I make drama a spy day, bring it to all your hombres.
He said, I make drama a spa day. He said, I make drama a spa day. I relax in drama. Hey, I'm at peace in drama. I feel comforted in drama. He said, I make drama a spa day.
Confrontation, I take flights there often. I make drama a spy day, bring it to all your hombres. With a midnight, a broad day, leave them slumped in the odd way. Thought we was done, expose their true colors. Now they get a private view of them, dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers.
Hey, he said true colors. So again, he threw a call. If y'all didn't pay attention, he threw a call back to the movie Colors right there. They true colors. But then he said, what is it, blue? Hold on, I gotta make sure I
Bring
get
it to
that
all
line.
your enclaves with a midnight or broad day. Leave them slumped in an odd way. Thought we was done, expose their true colors. Now they get a private view of them, dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers.
Now they get a private view of him dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers. Shout out to the Blues Brothers. But, but the Blues Brothers was known for the little suits that they wore. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying they get a private view of him, like a person laying in a casket with a suit on, dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers. That was a bar.
We was done, expose their true colors. Now they get a private view of them, dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers. Popular, they be piecing you together like a puzzle, no ruzzle. Mama on the couch looking about as shocked as Blanca.
That was a bar. First of all, he said, hold on, I'm gonna go back
Bring it
to
to all
the
your enclaves with a midnight or broad day. Leave them slumped in an odd way. Thought we was done, expose their true colors. Now they get a private view of them, dressed up like one of the Blues Brothers. Popular, they be piecing you together like a puzzle.
They be piecing you together like a puzzle.
No ruzzle, mama on the couch looking about as shocked as Blanca.
Mama on the couch looking about as shocked as Blanca. That's fire. I've been doing some other reactions. Everybody is calling out Street Fighter. I got UK cast that's been calling out Street Fighter. Everybody's calling out Street Fighter, and I know the movie and stuff like that, is about to drop. But Blanca, the character that uses what they call it, electric thunder, shot that's one of his weapons. Blanca, that's a bar. That's a bar.
They be piecing you together like a puzzle, no ruzzle. Mama on the couch looking about as shocked as Blanca. Y'all kiss the floor or face the sky. Beefing with me is like Whole Foods, the stakes is high.
Beefing with me is like Whole Foods, the stakes is high. Whole Foods prices are high, beef, steaks. Beefing with me is like Whole Foods, the stakes is high. Bruh. Bars.
Y'all kiss the floor or face the sky. Beefing with me is like Whole Foods, the stakes is high. Had to look at the old version of this and wave goodbye. This new shit is still popping, though you can't deny. Yeah.
Knife and swift, alive as it get.
Hey, yo, proof, we doing more than surviving in this bitch. Keeping them slow, keeping the brand alive up in this bitch. Murk them all with success, they all dying in this bitch. Let me pick which one of y'all I let the Ruger bless. This ain't a movie, nigga, Freddy Krueger in the flesh. Make moves, we don't.
Hey, this ain't a movie, nigga. Freddy Krueger in the flesh. Fire. Hey, he spit bars on that one, and his cadence and everything, and the way he came, his aggression, his, the rhyme scheme, man, he was on point. I'm telling y'all, D12 can actually rap. But again, you got to actually think about, we in a day and age now where everybody's so into like these lyrical acrobatics, and every line's got to lead you somewhere, and it's got to do this, that, and the other, and we got to, ooh and ah and all that kind of stuff through the whole song. And he had some of them moments in there, them punches in there. But at the same time, we forget to just appreciate the art of like rap, the art of hip hop, and just for the sake of hip hop. We don't always need all that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just need a good cadence, good flow, good energy, good concept, good all that kind of stuff. And this goes just as hard as any double and triple, filled, laced, rhyme that you can hear right now. Like that, this is just pure getting on the mic and rhyming. That's what this is, and that D12 is known for that. Like they always had like little punches and stuff like that, but D12 is known for just hard hitting rapping. And this is hard. This is hard.
Fight fair, stalk 'em, buff some iced tea that turn into a nightmare walking. We all right, you just right there barking. You scared of confrontation, I take flights there often. Make moves.
And shout out to the 313, by the way. I ain't even say that on there. You see, shout out to the 313. You see the glasses, Detroit. Shout out. Hey, I forgot to mention that when they was in there, when he said 313 in the beginning. Shout out.
We don't fight fair, stalk 'em, buff some iced tea that turn into a nightmare walking. We all right, you just right there barking. You scared of confrontation, I take flights there often.
Still don't give a fuck about nobody. Flows godly, Cavassier in a Chrysler driving high speed. I'm walking out wobbly in a crowded spot, shooting sloppy as a toddler with a carbine. Trigger.
Shooting sloppy as a toddler. Why would a toddler have a shotgun? Why would a toddler have a shotgun, man?
Out wobbly in a crowded spot, shooting sloppy as a toddler with a carbine. Trigger happy as 18, they hate me. I scare a nigga half to deafen his daydreams.
Hey, Trigger Happy is 18. That's another classic. They using classic, like cult classic, like movies and TV shows in here. Trigger Happy is 18.
And out wobbly in a crowded spot, shooting sloppy as a toddler with a carbine. Trigger Happy is 18. They hate me. I scare a nigga half to death in his daydreams. Ain't no coming outside. They ducking, they dodging on shoguns like broke samurais.
Bruh, hold on. That's a bar. See what I'm saying? They just rapping, but they do know about them punches too. That's a bar.
Is 18, they hate me. I scare a nigga half to death in his daydreams. Ain't no coming outside. They ducking, they dodging on shoguns like broke samurais.
Ain't no coming outside. He talking about all these internet gangsters. You know what I'm saying? People get behind the computer, all this, that, and other. Got a whole bunch to say. But he said, they ain't coming outside. They ducking and dodging. Don't show guns. Y'all ain't really about that. Y'all ain't really about that. Like, you ain't coming out here to see me. You don't really come out. They don't show guns. But the double in that is he's basically saying, y'all ain't no warriors. Y'all ain't no real ones. Shogun. And it only played in because of the last line. He said samurai, which is why it makes sense. He said shogun. Shogun was, I don't want to call him an emperor. He was basically seen as an emperor, but it's a Japanese like warrior. Shogun was like what we would call the commander-in-chief, like the leader of the Japanese military. You know what I'm saying? And that's what his title was, Shogun. That's what that is, the Japanese military. And what do we know the Japanese military for? Samurais. And when we watch them, the swords, all this, that, and the other, he said, so they come outside, they don't shogun like broke samurais. Bruh, that's a bar. It's a bar.
Ain't no coming outside. They ducking, they dodging on shoguns like broke samurais. Try to hide, I'm tracking y'all like rabid dogs. Then sabotage your entourage with cannonballs. Swear to
And sabotage your entourage with cannonballs. He's saying large weaponry, chopper, these large caliber, bullets come flat. Sabotage your entourage with cannonballs, but also playing back to the samurai thing. Shogun, samurai, they were known to fight with swords, but at one point they learned how to use gunpowder and they began fighting with cannons. Bars. I'm
tracking y'all like rabid dogs. Then sabotage your entourage with cannonballs. Swear to God it's effortless. The Exorcist, my head spinning. The shit's deadly as sepsis, bitch. Your mom.
They got these movie bars in here. Exorcist, my head spinning. That was bruh. I still see that to this day.
Y'all like rabid dogs. Then sabotage your entourage with cannonballs. Swear to God it's effortless. The Exorcist, my head spinning. The shit's deadly as sepsis, bitch. Your mama's in the garbage rotten from throwing rocks and hiding your fists when typing messages.
Bruh, throwing rocks. That used to be an old saying when I was coming up. They used to say, don't throw a rock and hide your hand. It's the type of person that instigates stuff but don't really want to get into it. It's the type of person that might be, get up there and get somebody riled up, say you spread some sort of rumor or this, that, and the other, or get somebody fired up against you and then act like they didn't have nothing to do with it when you getting your ass whooped. He'll say, don't throw stones, don't throw rocks and hide your hand. He said, throwing rocks and hide your fist. Basically saying the same thing he was saying in the last line. You on here starting all this shit, but won't square up. Bruh.
Effortless, the Exorcist, my head spinning, the shit's deadly as sepsis, bitch. Your mama's in the garbage rotten from throwing rocks and hiding your fists when typing messages. I kill a rapper in his nightmares. When he awakened with shit on his blanket, I'm standing right there.
Make moves, we don't fight fair, stalk 'em, buff some ice tea to turn into a nightmare walking. We all bite.
Can we talk about this beat? This beat go hard. It's basically simple, but that electric guitar that they got and the way that it's riding and in the background, they got that thing. That is This beat is simple, but it's hard.
You just right there barking. You scared of confrontation, I take flights there often. Make moves, we don't fight fair, spark 'em. Pump some iced tea that turn into a nightmare walking. We all right, you just right there barking. You scared of confrontation, I take flights there often.
I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking.
Wait a minute, it's almost over. Ice-T didn't rap. Okay, so it says featuring Ice-T, but Ice-T is just basically on the hook. And then it sounded like he said in the beginning of the song, it sounded like he was talking to X. So it's like they had his voice on there, but he didn't actually have a man. Okay, like listen, this track go hard. I'm a little bit disappointed though. I'm a little bit disappointed.
I'm a nightmare walking. I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. I'm a nightmare walking.
No!
5 deadly venom, men, I love women with feminism. And she sucked the meat off the bone, give you that tenderism.
Hold on now. Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. Okay, that just got me excited. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, this went kind of hard. That beat, that went hard. Xzibit did Xzibit stuff. Like I said, it wasn't the best that I done heard from him, but I'm telling y'all, go check out that Kingmaker. Go show love to Kingmaker. You know what I'm saying? That is a real hip hop album, West Coast hip hop. But it was that was the album that went hard for everybody. This right here, this is fire. You know, for multiple reasons. D12 is that people forget they can actually rap. You know, D12, like I said, has been known for a lot of antics, and they do that. You know, kind of sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot because you get a little too crazy. But D12 can actually rap. Product of the 313 Detroit. So yeah, shout out Proof. Shout out to 313 D12. Y'all did y'all thing. I don't know if M's gonna have anything to do with this album. But now I'm excited. It says 6/19, so I was right about it dropping June 19th. When they just played that little snippet, they had Method Man in that snippet at the end when she clicked on that phone button. So this sounds like this is going to be a feature-laced album. And bruh, if they got cats like Xzibit, Method Man, bruh, I don't know if M's gonna make an appearance, but I'm kind of anxious for this D12 album now. The last D12 album that dropped, I really wasn't feeling it. I really wasn't feeling the last one. I really wasn't feeling it. It still had its moments, but I wasn't like feeling it as a project. This one sounded like this one might. So in the bars in there, he said had to wave goodbye to the old. You know what I'm saying? So this is a new reintroduction to D12 that they about to drop. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all for going on the ride with me. I ain't even say my normal housekeeping, but just in case y'all made it this far, you know what I mean? If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, we on the road to 10,000. We would love to have you be part of that. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can stay up on everything that we do over here. All right? Hey, appreciate y'all. As always, love you. To the next one. Peace out.